basic mathematics. The more we learn about who we are and how we got here, the more we will mobilize. Now, this is also in particular for the black women, in particular, who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will do better for you. Now, what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours. Now, I got more, y'all. Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt. Now the thing is, though, all of us in here getting money, that alone isn't going to stop this. All right? Now, dedicating our lives to getting money just to give it right back for someone's brand on our body, when we spent centuries praying with brands on our bodies, and now we pray to get paid for brands on our bodies, there has been no war that we have not fought and died on the front lines of. There has been no job we haven't done. There's no tax they haven't levied against us, and we've paid all of them. But freedom is somehow always conditional here.
Hey guys, I thought, yeah, I'm up to date on all the videos, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. I wasn't sure how to do the video, but of course you have to. And so, I think there are a lot of women out there that are afraid for their boyfriends, husbands, children. I think there are a lot of men out there that are afraid. I think if you can't carry a permit and be able to show that to a cop without getting shot first, is sad. In front of his child is sad. And how that woman had the strength to Facebook it live, how she managed to get away with that without getting shot, and how she stayed so calm. I think that brought me even more to tears rather than the graphic video of the man literally dying before our eyes. How a man like Alton Sterling can't sell a CD that was authorized in front of a store. And it was Eric Garner all over again, because I'm from Staten Island. And I've been asked the question, like, what do we do? You know, and you have to realize I feel as defenseless as everyone else. I'm black. I have a black son. I have a black grandchild. And then it dawned on me in the middle of the night. I think one of the people on Instagram may have inspired the thought. But then it dawned on me that as much as we all are going to church, that there is a group of people that are going to church, I really believe the key to all of this is prayer. I really believe that. And I know that sometimes that sounds so simple that we actually may be forgetting about prayer. But I really believe that the answer to all of this is prayer. Like, I try not to get into my car without asking God. And here's the key. I've learned this over the years. I used to ask God to keep bad drivers away from me. Then I realized as I got older and I started driving again, when I got back into a car, after 8 years of not driving, I realized that I wanted to be a better driver. So I started praying sometimes I put the ignition in. It's not like I'm not perfect, but I I rev the car up before, after, and then I go, God, please make me a better driver, because I'm a little ditzy. And then I ask that all bad drivers stay away from me, and I ask God to keep me safe. Now, if safe in God's eyes mean that a cop never stops me and shoot me, I'm fine with that. But my point is that I attach prayer to it first. I have to encourage everyone to watch two movies. Oh, I forget the name of the brothers that have made the movies, but it's The War Room and Fireproof. Now, both movies are about love for family. But I think you can also take that movie and place it inside your family and place it for your brothers and sisters, out there in the world that need us as well. Do you know about The War Room? I don't have my glasses on. June Bell, do you know about The War Room? I think what we have to do in terms of what type of prayers that we're looking for, one, it's okay to pray for yourself, so please pray for yourself, pray for your family. Let's remember that. Didn't you love The War Room? And two, let's pray that no one becomes a hashtag anymore. But the system's in place, so we have to figure out a way to change the system. The system is already in place. They already think they have carte blanche over us. Did your husband and you watch the movie? I think it's amazing if you can, I think as a unit, as African American people, we need to change everything that has been taken from us. And when they brought drugs into our community, they ruined us. But maybe we let them too. But let's go back to that place of protection. I protect you. You protect me. Let's not go to a place of Wendy Williams, who, because she works for Fox TV, and probably the executives directed her language yesterday, because even she felt uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys saw that on, what she felt about HBCU, historically black colleges and universities, and the NAACP, which, let's be clear, I'm not a fan of the NAACP. Let's be clear about that. If the NAACP reorganizes, maybe I'll get on board. I'm not a fan of them. I think that their system is not pushing the envelope enough to help us. I think that they are not in the community enough to help us. I think that they're there and they want membership, but I'm not sure what they're doing. So I'm kind of sitting back and going, whoa, what are you doing? And help me to understand that you're going to make my life better, my community better, that you're going to be fighting, that you're there, that you're in the courthouse, that the girl that got arrested after her, daughter witnessed, her boyfriend being killed, she got arrested. Is the NAACP there? But what I didn't like what Wendy said, I didn't like that she said, what's this? Colored. What's that? Wendy, are you kidding me? Colored is an honored word that we had placed on our backs way before you were born. NAACP never has to take the word colored away. Remembering the word colored is the most important thing. Remembering how we were labeled colored is the most important thing. And we're not taking away the HBCU colleges. In any case, Wendy, in order for us to support one another, we have to start turning away those that don't support us. Yeah, she was tap dancing because she knew it wasn't right. She knew it was wrong. She knew it, and it would have been better not to have addressed anything, not to have addressed Jesse Williams again yesterday, and to not bring up Alton Sterling, to not bring him up. Wendy, here's what's important, guys. It's time for Wendy to go. If white folks want to watch Wendy, go right ahead. But it is time for Wendy to go. Do not watch her. Do not YouTube her, because all of those, clicks per units count. Do not save her and watch her on the sneak tip. Shut her down. If you're not for us, we don't want you. And with that being said, let me remind you guys, there are really, really good white people out there. Really, really good. That truly, truly would be willing to stand with us and fight with us and have stood with us and fought with us. Especially in places like Ferguson. In no way am I ever going to be anti-white. Understand that. I'm always going to be pro-black. I'm never going to be anti-white. All right? I am multicultural. And it just would be amazing to, especially from a religious standpoint, to go to different cultures and see who they are in their own religion, in their own spirituality, and then, see where they stand in their Christian side. Like, that would be amazing. But I'm never going to be anti, never. So don't ask me that. I'm going to bring something else up. In some of my videos, some people have mentioned that, I put up a white Jesus. Without getting into all the religious components of whether or not Jesus was black, or Jewish, or it's crazy to me. It's crazy. This is brainwashing at its max. All right? I don't want you to care if I have a white Jesus up. The white Jesus was a gift from Dylan, another psychic, who saw the Christ in me. Not the white Jesus. But of course, maybe white Jesus was his representation. But I'm not going to turn it down. The other thing I want to show you guys, all right? I have a white Jesus in my house. Where is it? This is my white Jesus. Can you guys see my white Jesus? This is my white Jesus. I got crosses. I got Mother Mary. I love her. Can you guys see her? I got the Rose of Jericho. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I can't picture. I can't get the Rose of Jericho in. Okay. I have another white Jesus right here. This actually is my favorite white Jesus. This white Jesus has carried me for years. This white Jesus right here is, my son is 27, so this white Jesus is 25 years old, because I used to work in a hospital, and in a hospital the patient was dying, and I called his families to take his belongings, and they left Jesus, and I didn't want to throw him away, so I kept him. And he has traveled with me on the plane everywhere I went. I don't know if he can do that, travel on plane with me now. Maybe. I don't know. Something like that to turn into a weapon. But I also want to show you guys my version of the war room. So this is, that's my war room. This is actually a chair to my vanity. And the vanity doesn't fit in my bathroom. So I recently moved and made this my war room. And then this is my cross. Where am I? This is my cross in my war room. And this is my Bible. This is my Bible that is, I like to call it tatted up. Like, I invest in my Bible. It is, can you guys see it? My Bible's a mess, but I do a lot of highlighting and stuff. I like to call it tatted up. I tat that Bible up. So, with that being said, talking about what can we do, we can create our war space. All right, guys, we can create our war room. Yes, we need to unite. But I think one of the questions, Purple Lotus Flower, is how do we unite? You know, when Eric Gardner was killed, the only person that wound up in jail was the person that filmed it. So, did we forget about him? Not Eric Garner, but the guy that went to jail for filming Eric Garner. Like, how do we unite? How do we make sure that we were on top of that guy that also went to jail because he filmed it? The girl with Philantro Castile, she went to jail. Also, why was the cop asking for his driver's license and he was on the passenger side? He had intent to kill from jump. Why was he asking for his driver's license? So how do we unite? Like, how does that make sense, NAACP? Who's going to talk to us in the communities where we're at? Many of our boys are not in churches. So who's going to get to the boys? How do we do this? No, he was not in the driver's seat. He was in the passenger seat. She was driving. Okay, Condra Michelle, we do need to respect our community first, which is why the first part of Jesse Williams' speech, I elongated it because we do need to understand that we do need to take, yes, she was driving. Hello. Thank you, Purple Lotus Flower. Really? Okay, all right, I'll take it back. Everyone's telling me that that it was flipped. All right, I'll take a look at it again because if it was flipped, we saw his whole body, which means we should have been able to see some part of the steering wheel. All right, thank you, Nelsie Shea. Please watch. Nelsie Shea is going to watch it again, and she's going to come back to us. But everyone seems to be in full agreement that he was driving. Okay, we'll get the confirmation on that. I have an idea, and I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if everyone is going to want to participate. But I just think that the best way to unite across the 50 states, well, let's address that. Let's address the rappers. You know, guys, I'm not a fan anymore of rappers calling out hoes and bitches and we're giving them money because the beat sounds good. Girls, turn them off, turn them away. I'm not a fan of Wendy Williams talking about Ciara. Did anybody see that? Ciara and Russell, and she was telling Ciara what she needs to be doing with Russell. And Russell did put out a threat to, in Future, what Ciara needs to, Wendy said how Ciara needs to handle Future, and that Future should go Russell should go knock on Future's door and squash this. Russell is a man-child. Not Russell. Future is a man-child. There's no communicating with that type of idiot. And all you boys that thought it was okay to agree with, Future's rhetoric concerning his child and his baby mama, shut down. Shut it down. Shut up. You boys are annoying. And just as Wendy was speaking, Ciara was already married. I hate Wendy. I'm just going to say it. I hate her. I think she hates pretty girls. I think she doesn't want, happiness in her black community. I think she's perfect for what she said yesterday, and she's perfect for the television station that she's on. Okay, so my idea, and you guys help me to see if this could be at all possible. Like, in order to change without the slow buildup of the change, yeah, Reality with Lala is extremely disappointed in her. And Wendy hates pretty girls. Let's just cut to the chase. If you're remotely pretty, she can't stand you. I watched her as she tore several pretty reality stars apart. And that's why so many people aren't on her show anymore. That's why she had to restructure her show, because she can't get them to come on. The newer shows are opting to go on Wendy Williams, the ones that are coming out, with new people that are coming out with new. In any case, stop watching her. I can't continue to talk about her. I'll talk about her in other videos, because I'm at the point where I can't stand her. She is a drug addict. Her husband is a drug addict. Her husband is a cheater. Her son, all her ugly has now been placed in her son. He somehow or another, got, caught up in some drugs. Also, I'm going to do a separate video on Wendy, because she actually looks like she went back to drugs. Look at her. She has no body anymore. Like, she is wiltering away. She looks like she went back to drugs. So we're going to check that, Wendy. What if we crippled an industry? Hear me out. What if we crippled an industry? What if we do it now? What if we do it every time something happens? What if we show America, like, we're more powerful than you. Our dollar is extremely powerful. But what if we don't know how powerful we are? So what if we crippled an industry? And it's not going to make sense. I don't know if you guys are going to hear me out. I don't know if you guys are going to get it, but what if we stop purchasing a food item? Oh, I missed what Reality with Lala said. I'm gonna look back on it. Are you guys hearing me? There is power in numbers. Grape drink would be one item. What else? Money talks. Yes. Because if we cripple an industry, like a big industry, then the economy suffers. And then we're making a statement, and then the state that you're in can't afford to pay the cops to kill us. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, if you guys, I'm not a fan of McDonald's, so that could be one industry, but I don't know if that's big enough, to be honest with you. We'll see. We'll see. Erica, so fierce. Bingo! Erica, what if we crippled the chicken industry? Not the music. Don't worry about the music right now. What if we cripple just one thing? June Bell. Listen to me. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, Erica So Fierce. That's a good one. But what if we just try one thing? Listen to me. No, I like, who said it? Erica So Fierce? What if we cripple the chicken industry? What if we try that? What if we cripple chicken? Because if we cripple chicken, we cripple oil, the cooking oil. We cripple Chinese markets that sometimes we go to them and they don't like us either. Let's be real. We go to the Chinese stores and they look at us distasteful. Let's try one thing. What if we cripple? Listen to me, people. I love all the ideas. Because it could be a system going on. It could be a system. But we have to start with something. I do like the beauty products, though. But I love me my makeup. Makeup. But I do like the beauty products. Beauty supply stores. But it's not... Is that big enough? Chicken's bigger. Yeah, chicken, was it chicken filet or something like that? They are homophobic. It's so sad. Okay, guys, here's a suggestion. Oh, wow. Well, no, if it means, buying just black makeup, I'm down for that. I don't even wear expensive makeup as it is. Like, I wear the cheapest makeup possible. I could care less. And that would be totally different. Yeah, I like that. Huh. All right, guys. Voting is very important. Voting on your local level is very important. Voting and making sure that you know who your judges are. Most of us have to put our judges in the system. But let's just listen. I talk to people all day long, and ignorance is this wide. It's huge. And I want to keep it simple, guys. Voting is... Oh, I know. Yeah, Desi, I know. Whew. Okay, these are all great ideas. And this is a part of immobilizing. However, I'm talking about today. What can we do to talk to our 80-year-old grandma, our 50-year-old mom, our 2-year-old children? Could we possibly agree to cripple the chicken industry? Could we try it for a week? Could we try it for 2 weeks? You all decide. I'm going to wait. We're going to discuss this again. We're going to see if crippling the chicken industry could have a huge impact. Thank you, Condra Michelle. I believe that's a great start. Thank you. Thank you. I believe that it would get media attention. I believe that, I don't know what you guys have in your states, but we have something like Foster Farm that they claim is fresh, and it's not, because I have allergies to chemicals. It's not. I'm forced to eat organic chicken. Well, that's just it. That's a good question. Somebody just said, how are you going to get millions to cripple the industry? Social media is our millions. Talk to each other on social media. All right? Use it for what it's worth. Everybody agree. From this date to this date, we will not be buying chicken. You want to start August 1st? You want to do it for 2 weeks? You want to do it for a whole month? But social media is our conversation. Because the NAACP is not in the streets with us. We are the community. Social media is the community. That's how we're going to reach millions. And we're going to talk about it. And we're going to coach people. And we're going to have conversations about Today is the day that we are not going to eat chicken anymore. And we're going to see whether or not that has an impact on them, on cops, on their paycheck in the state. Let's just see. Let's try something. Listen, don't fight me on this. Don't fight me on this. At least I'm giving an answer to a solution. Don't fight me. Let's try it. Well, yeah, I know they are. Someone said social acts are being taken down or taken over. Yeah, you know what happened to me on Twitter? So I looked up Alton Sterling and then tweeted the article. But sometimes when I tweet, I might tweet the same article over and over with new things to say. And I went back on my iPhone to retweet the same article, and iPhone wouldn't let me. They took away the Twitter icon. So, Apple, you're in on this too. Apple's in on this too. I did not appreciate that, Apple. Okay, yeah, the reading. Time for the reading. Okay, guys, listen. There's power in numbers, though. Don't worry about them censoring us. They still can't shut us down. So the bottom line is, let's make it work. Let's use social media to shut an industry down. And this is a huge industry that could impact every single state, and that could then prevent cops from being paid because they won't have the money. Chicken is big. Let's do it. Okay? Let's try it. Let's try it August 1st. Spread the word. Let's see if we can try it. Let's stop complaining and let's take some action. Okay? And I'm not trying to be a political, God knows, I'm not. I'm offering up a solution. Will these killings ever stop? Remember, that's such a big question because these killings are in every 50 state. These killings have been going on. The only reason why we're seeing it now is because people are learning to use their cameras better, and they have become more visible via the cameras. This card jumped out. This is a card of fighting immaturely. It's like we're kind of behind the 8 ball with fighting the police. It's kind of like, this is one of my favorite cards because it always reminds me of my grandchild. So it's kind of like, you know, my grandson fighting me, and he thinks in his mind it's, you know, he's taking me down, and ultimately you have to go down because that's how you build someone up, you know, children. But clearly he's not winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, 5 has 2. That's who we are. We're my 5-year-old grandchild that thinks that what we're doing in terms of protesting is going to work. It's not working. So this card jumped out as a preliminary answer. What happened to my camera? Now I gotta go back and check. What happened to my camera? Shaking my head. Guys, don't be discouraged. Don't let my reading discourage you. Don't do it. We do need a leader like Malcolm or Martin. I know we do. God. I know we do. I know.
Hopefully someone will rise. I think Jesse has risen for us. Okay, so let's look at some things. Mobilizing in secret is probably the best way to do this. And I don't know what I mean by secret when I mean social media, but I do mean mobilizing in secret. That means, the conversations we have inside our homes. The conversations we have with each other, not on social media. The conversations I have with my best friend, with my, guy friend. Like, these are the conversations that's going to make the better difference. All right? How we speak and how we see things is the thing that's going to be the key. Shutting our mouths is important, people, by the way. What we say on social media is going to be... So, why does my camera keep doing that? It's going to be important to... I don't know. It might be important not to say so much on social media either. But just enough. But not everything. That might be the key too. That might be the key, Instead of posting selfies on social media, the only thing we should be conversating about is, how we need to grow and build our community, as opposed to naked pictures, girls. Sorry. We need to stop that in order to talk better. We need to stop the selfies in order to communicate better. It's in our DNA, guys. It's in our DNA. It's almost like it has to be the social media version of Harriet Tubman. Like, communicate because a message needs to go out, but in a weird kind of way. Oh my God, you guys are going to hate me for this, but in a weird kind of way, shutting down Twitter and Facebook are kind of the keys here as well. Social media Underground Railroad. Yeah. And communicating, only the things that matter to us. Wow, that's going to hurt some people, huh? All those pretty girls out there are going to have a problem with that, huh? Guys, you got to try it, because it's almost like we have to leave them in order for them to respect us. It's not just girls. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Well, who am I kidding? Tigger had his junk out on... Oh, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. Tigger had his junk out on social media. That was disgusting. I was like, oh my God. And I had to look at it because I'm the pop culture psychic. I've got to report. We need to stop this stuff, though. Oh, they don't want us going anywhere. They don't. You want to do something better? Artists who thought it was cool to create Tidal, which is probably going to be sold to Apple eventually. What a dumb idea. I wish you guys would have come together to create, a real Black Twitter. Because Black Twitter is an organization. It's a movement. It's a place where we go to vent. That's what Black Twitter is. But what if we just created a Black Twitter? You want to try something different? People with money? Artists? More Us app is Black Dawn? Really? More Us app. Let me see. More Us app. Is that what you're saying? More us app by Tariq Nasheed. Really? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, more. Yeah, I got it. MOORUS. Okay. MOORUS. Really? Yeah. As in a Morse. No, I get it. MOORUS. Or MOORS. All right, one more time, guys. Try it. Give it to me one more time. Really, I'll check it out. Okay, first of all, the sleep. Sleep, Violet. Sleep. Sleep is the key. Okay, I got it. MOOR capital US. Sleep. The key to mental health is sleeping. The second key is prayer. So you pray and you trust, and you pray and you trust for yourself. You pray and you trust for others. Pray for the community. Pray for black folks. Pray before you get into your car. Create your war space. Watch the war room. Watch Fireproof. It's about love, but use it for love of your community. But sleep. Okay? We need healthy people as we begin to change the way they treat us. We need healthy people. Prayer is asking, meditation is the answer. Good point. And then trust. And we must trust in God's time. Okay. Will these killings ever stop? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The killings ever stop? Killings ever stop? Don't be nervous, guys. Don't do that. Don't be nervous. We still have to operate every day. It's not about being nervous. It's about making some better decisions to fix this as I walk out into the world every day. I mean, you think I don't suffer from racism? My sister is suffering through the hands of the regional center, North Los Angeles Regional Center here in California. And it's pure racism. Pure racism. They won't even acknowledge her presence. She's been in a nursing home facility. They won't even call to see how she is doing. She is a number, and it's racism. If I had been white, if my sister had been white, she would be treated so much better. And I deal with racism every single day. And I fight the medical community in spite of the regional center not helping me. I fight my sister every day. I demand that she respond better where she's living. That the choices that she has right now are zero. Zero choices right now. And I make her understand, you don't have a choice. This is where you live. And this is where we are going to stay until I get to figure out, how to make better movements. So don't be scared. Like, fear's not the answer. Sleep is the answer. Prayer is the answer. Don't be scared, because what I have noticed is that God has worked miracles with my sister, who was having her own protest and choosing not to eat. And now she's eating again. But I was there with her every day, talking to her, reminding her about life. I know.
I'm in the midst of my own racism, and I fight every single day. So I don't want you guys to be scared. I want you to start fighting. I want you to stand up for each other. I don't want you guys to put each other down. I don't want the Wendy Williams to treat my people bad. I want you to get rid of her because she's disgusting. Just know that things can get taken care of and miracles will come to you if you just take a stand. Just take a stand, guys. But scared and fear, those are not the answers. Don't be fearful. You still have to drive every day. You still got to go to work every day. You still have to go to school every day, guys. Don't offer up fear. Offer up confidence. Offer up strength. Walk, because it is what it is. Just don't be fearful. If we allow fear to win, they win. If we allow fear to win, we won't protest. If we allow fear to win, we won't cripple an industry to show them that we mean business. Fear's not the answer ever. Not anymore. Not today. Is it going to change? It could take a while. Realistically, it could take a while. And it could take a while because people need to be more ready. All right? This is the version of fear that, which is the reason why I went into that rant. And then somebody was like, I'm scared. And I get it. I get it. And so I see it. It does come in the form of children somehow, though. It really does. Good news, children, emotional responsibility. In the hopes and fears position, which is my weakest spot, it's the number 9 position. This is like, this is despair. It's despair. But, you know, the 8 of Wands means... Actually, I'm exhausted. I actually don't know what the 8 of Wands means. I'm exhausted at this point, guys. I'll try this again. I do have the 10 of Swords. I pulled it twice. But next to the 10 of Swords is the 6 of Pentacles. So this is where we're at right now. Feeling, stabbed in the back, crippled. But I pulled it twice. And right next to it is the 6 of Pentacles, which means help is on the way. Generosity is on the way. People are going to care. But care comes from another source, not within the community. Care comes from someplace bigger. And the only other thing I also want to mention, guys, is whatever you do, don't blame Barack Obama. Don't blame the president for everything that's been going in the black community. Don't blame the president when white America, kills everyone in the theater. Don't blame the president when terrorist activity is at its, at its highest. Don't blame the president. Like, even this is not about President Obama. It just isn't. It is about, all of us. Yeah. Okay. I got to get going. Thank you, everyone. This was a rant. I'm not even sure I did a good job. The key, ironically, is social media. Ironically, the key is social media. Ironically, the key is shutting social media down so that we use it appropriately, not inappropriately, to have a social media railroad, Harriet Tubman style. It can be done. I'm definitely going to check out More Us app because the key is to create a black Twitter. And if you guys decide, I'm in full agreement with shutting the poultry, particularly chicken, not poultry actually, chicken, shutting chicken down.
as an act of protest, financial protest, and then seeing if that is something that just could work. And so if it works, we could try it for 2 weeks starting August 1st. It's up to you guys. Oh, I didn't look in the cops. You know, I posted something on Twitter, and, you know, no one has gotten convicted for all the most recent killings. No one. No convictions. Any jail time. Just remember, though, like, us getting jail time on these guys is not going to be our answer, because there's going to be another killing. So let's be clear. Do they get fired, though? Let's remember that we don't want to look for the immediate answer. We actually want a bigger answer. So let's see if they go to jail. Let's see if they get fired. I was too busy ranting to figure out all of that. They'll go into hiding. It looks like justice is going to come in both cases. In both cases, yes and yes. In both cases, they want to shut this down very, very quickly. In both cases. Put the brakes on, morals. I see people being heard. I see closer. Yes, in both cases, there seems to be a lack of support from their own people. What, you know, that both cops, 3 cops, are all hoping that, you know, the Old Boy Network, you know, the blue will work. It does look like there's a cowering of this system in both states, Baton Rouge and Falcon, where there's like they're frozen, like they're so frozen. It's like, oh my God. Where the other kid had gotten killed. I don't think they've had a killing in 30 years, according to news reports. I believe, I'll check it further, guys, when the case goes bigger, you know, where the case is more prominent. Today it's not a prominent case. Today it's just the killings. I will check it, but the way I'm getting it in both cases, finally, there's going to be victory. In both cases, and quicker than you realize. Like, they're not going to drag this out because the communities can't afford it. The police can't afford it. So there's something about this that's going to keep this going. Keep it, have it fast, really fast. Like, let's get rid of this. Let's do the right thing. By the way, you guys do realize that one of the predictions came out with Sandra Bland. You know, where I said, I thought I said all the world would know her name, or everybody will say her name, something like that. And they have a highway after her. I guess that was their way of making up for the fact that they killed her. They have a highway after her at the spot where she got killed. It might be a section, something like that. Yeah, well, I don't think that's true, the whole cell phone and video, because Eric Garner was on cell phone. I think what matters here is the cell phone video is one thing, but who they choose as the jury is the key. And black folks, if you're on that jury, there's no way. Stop letting people Uncle Tom you. There's no way you could, you know, agree with the masses. Stay strong and do the right thing when you're chosen to participate in both these cases, if it goes that far. All right, guys, please be a black jury. Oh, by the way, my God, there's just so much we have to talk about. Please sign up for jury duty, people. The justice system is off. Please make sure you sign up for jury duty. Make sure, like, They never call me for jury duty, by the way, but never. I've never been called. You think that's weird? You think they know I'm psychic? I think they do. But if you get called, don't go to work. Go to jury duty. Hi, honey. Hi, hello from France. Hi, how are you? All right, guys, I'm exhausted. Please sign the petition, guys. Okay, there's some sort of petition on the White House. Take a look at it. Someone is asking for you to sign it. Well, you do get paid for jury duty, but not as much as your salary. I don't know about you guys, but in California, it's like $12 a day. Like, that sucks. At TAYANP, what petition? Yeah, what's it about, actually? But go on the website, take a look at it, and so will I. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta bring my sister some clothes. I gotta do her hair. Regulating cops, huh? California is $12 a day. I just was told New York is, 20 bucks a day. We need 100,000 signatures. All right, guys. Something about regulating cops on the White House website. So let's take a look at that. Maybe that's a way to start as well. All right, guys. Consider the chicken industry. The Freckled Ken said she signed. Nurse Harvey said she'll sign it today. Oh, wow. I'm going to take a look at it. I'll sign it. Bye, you all. Peace and love. Thank you for staying with me this long. Oh, my God. I had to go take care of my sister, and I just forgot that I needed to. I did as well. 1Gia1, she signed it. Love you. Have a blessed day, Tracy. Thank you. Be safe. Pray first. I loved it, Tracy. Thank you. Peace. Oh, this is my new thing. 2. Peace. 2. Hi, Russia. Oh, thank you for staying with me. Good day, all. Don't be discouraged. Right. Don't be discouraged. Thank you for that. I'm Arab. Oh, my God. I had a lot of people on today from different cultures. Yay. I love it. Have a peaceful day. You seem nice. I am. But my son says to his friends, he's like, she's nice, just don't make her mad. Whatever. Hi, Mexican. Hi, Jamaica. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. I've got Mexican. I got Jamaica here. Oh, my God. So everyone heard what I had to say. Oh, my God. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. All right. Love you. Bye.